Uh, I wanted to make a video about my first week of speedrunning Monkey Island 1 since a really long time, and I couldn't for the life of me do a decent job at it. I think for these kind of things I need to basically make the video while I'm playing the game. Okay, so basically I had to already have made the video while I was playing my first week of Monkey Island 1. So I decided to make a stream instead. This will go on YouTube too, and yeah, this way I can explain things better. If you're curious about something, you can ask me on chat. And yeah, I don't know if, to be honest, I don't know if anyone will join because, um, yeah, it's not really a great time for Americans, and not many Europeans follow me, I think. So, well, let's see what happens, and anyone who is curious about it can see this on YouTube. Also, I have a new bot, as you can see on the title of the stream. You can use the command TTT. I'll leave you as a surprise, okay? I'm not telling you what the command does. You can use some other commands, well, basically only one, which is socials or links, whatever works, to see my links. But basically there's only YouTube on there. And yeah, I think I can just go with it. So, first of all, let's explain a bit about Monkey Island, okay? What you see right now here is a bunch of videos I recorded in my first week. But before that, the secret of Monkey Island. Let me show you... how can I do this exactly? Okay, I can show you directly the first video I made. Okay, this is the first video, the first day of the week. I recorded this video, and I'll use it to explain a bit about the game. So, this is a point and click adventure game. As you can see from this picture, what you can do basically in this game are these commands here. So you can give objects to someone, pick up something, you can talk to people, stuff like that. So if I play a bit of the beginning, you can see that, for instance, wherever I click, I walk there. This is not this is not anything incredibly elaborate. I can open doors. Oh my god, this was so slow. Okay. Well, I didn't even click there. Weird. Okay, as you can see, I can also talk to people and stuff like that. Really, there's nothing much else. I can pick up objects, which is kind of useful. As you can see here, I have objects in my inventory, and I will use them to do all sorts of stuff. The story of this game, okay. You are Guybrush Threepwood, this guy here, with a really weird name. His objective is to become a pirate. Nothing else, he just stumbled across Millie Island, this island here. Maybe I can even show it to you. Oh, come on. Okay, in a short while you will see a map of Millie Island. So, he starts from Millie Island, this island here. He wants to be a pirate, and to be a pirate he walks into the scum bar, he asks what he can do to be a pirate. And three pirates says to him that, yeah, you can be a pirate, but you need to complete 3 tasks before you can do it. And the 3 tasks are defeating the Stormmaster, finding the treasure, the hidden treasure of Melee Island, and stealing an idol from the governor house. And yeah, it's pretty weird the way you do all of them. All of them are kind of weird. But at the end of it, you are able to do it. But in the meantime, LeChuck, which is a kinda ghost pirate, he is the villain of the game. And maybe I can even show him to you. I think I can show him only at the end of the game. Yeah, he is LeChuck. So he is the villain of the game. He takes us in hostage the governor, which is Elaine, and in the span of like a couple of minutes you have fallen in love for Elaine and she has fallen in love for you. So the new objective is not becoming a pirate. Well, that also is an objective, but the most important thing to do now is sail for Monkey Island, where LeChuck lives, and save Elaine. Spoiler, at the end of the game, Elaine kinda saves herself, and everything you did was kinda useless, but kinda fun at the same time. Okay, now that I have explained a bit of the game, now I can show you part of these videos. I will not show you everything, obviously. It's 1 hour and 44 minutes long. And why it is so long? Because what I did the first day was reading a guide that I found on speedrun.com, a really useful guide by Steve. You can find him by the name of A Way of Life 81 online. And yeah, I followed this guide, and this is also why a lot of times I just stopped there doing nothing, because I was doing something, then reading something, then doing something, and so on and so forth. So this ended up being really slow. Okay, the sword fights. Everything else in the game is pretty normal. It's just picking up objects, using them, talking to people. When you talk to people, okay, this is important. When you talk to people, let me see, okay, this is a dialogue. When you talk to people, okay, you need to be able to select the correct dialogue option. You can do it by clicking on it or by pressing a number on your keyboard. Obviously, pressing a number usually is faster. It really depends on the dialogue, but at first, when you start learning this game, usually what you do is you only use numbers. It's far easier to do it like this instead of sometimes doing it in a certain way and sometimes doing it in another way. Yeah, nothing else in particular apart the sword fights. Okay, how do they work? So let me show you this. Okay, here where you see this light, here is where the sword master lives, Carla, and she is tough to beat. She is so tough that if you go to her and you say that you wanna fight with her, she's not gonna accept your offer. She's just gonna say, hey, yeah, you can fight with me, sure, but you first need to win 3 fights against other pirates, otherwise I'm not even considering you as a worthy opponent. So before you can even try to defeat Carla, you need to defeat 3 other pirates. The way you do it is, oh my god, this is really slow. Okay, is by insulting each other. Like the sword fighting in and on itself is completely useless. What's really useful is knowing insults and knowing answers to insults. So what you need to do is, again, you use insults, you hope that the other pirate doesn't know how to answer to them, and if you are able to insult them 3 times, or insult and respond them to a total of 3 times, you win the match. But sometimes it's actually useful to not win, or rather maybe win but lose some insult fights, because you need to learn insults and responses from pirates, so you need them to be able to insult you. Because when you go against other pirates, oh, this is a weird bug of VLC, well, whatever. When you go against Carla or even against other pirates, if you don't have enough insults, you're not gonna be able to win. Actually, against Carla, you need to have answers. Insults don't matter against her, because she's the one to insult you every time, and you need to be able to respond. And the responses are like, her insults are different from whatever insult the other pirates use. but the answers are the same, so you need to understand which answer are good for these fights. And some answers can respond to multiple insults against others, so the strat here is to try to find multi-reps, which are the responses that can respond to multiple insults. If you're able to go through these RNG this RNG hell that is the sword fights, everything else is nothing really special. Here I walked to the forest and I acquired the treasure of Melee Island. It must be noted that the route has changed since then, so the route is completely different right now, but whatever, I will explain this route here. So you do a bunch of stuff, not really that much stuff at the beginning. You go against Carla, you get the treasure, and then you do a bunch more stuff to be able to steal the idol. After that, like right here, is the point where you know that LeChuck has taken Elaine to Monkey Island. So what you need to do now is go around and talk to people to convince them to come with you, because you need a crew, obviously. And also you need to find a way to buy a ship, even though you don't have much money. And also this dialogue here, which is the dialogue in which you are able to buy the ship. And you need to do some offers and do all sorts of stuff to bring the price down. Well, this is kind of a spoiler, but after this week has ended, like a long time, like a lot of time has passed, and after a while that I was running this game, I tried to write some code to understand which dialogue options were faster here, and I found a new dialogue which works better than we used to use. Okay, so after you are able to do it, you need to get to Monkey Island. The way to do it is really weird. Luckily for you, this ship, the previous owner of this ship was a guy who was able to go to Monkey Island, and the way they did it was by cooking a recipe with cooking something, which is really weird. So you need to go around the ship collecting items that can be used to cook whatever you need to cook. I don't really know. And after you're able to do it, after you're able to do it, you pass out and you wake up just some tens of meters from Monkey Island. So you get to Monkey Island, you do a bunch of stuff to be able to open a passage, because LeChuck lives underground, so you need to go underground. I'll skip all of this, it's not really that important. Yeah, and then you get to the catacombs. You open this this monkey head. This is the passage to the underground, and you get to the catacombs. In the catacombs are RNG too. You need to go through 6 rooms before you are able to reach LeChuck's ship, and you need to follow the head instruction. You have an head, a severed head, in your inventory. It's really weird. And following these instructions, following the way the head is facing, you're able to go through the catacombs. Then you need to steal from this ship a special root, which you can use to make a kind of potion against ghosts. But for some reason, it doesn't go to plan. Like, you are able to get the root, you are able to get back and create the potion, but when you get back here, the ship is not here anymore, because LeChuck has gone back to Melee Island to marry Elaine. So again, you need to get back to Melee Island, but luckily for you, you have the potion. You can defeat ghosts. Actually, that was kind of silly of me. You're not supposed to fight these ghosts, you're supposed to go through this door and appear back here, but whatever. You get here, you learn that Elaine was safe all along and she was able to save herself, but whatever. You have the last fight against LeChuck. It's pretty easy. You win the last dialogue with her and the game finishes with a time of 1 hour and 44 minutes. This was a terrible run, but it was incredibly useful. I've learned a lot of stuff about how this game works. Obviously it's really important to follow a guide, even though I have played this game before, obviously, so I knew a lot of stuff already, but following a guide while you play is really important. Doesn't matter the time you get the first day you try. Actually, this was the only thing I did that day. I think I was busy or something, so I only played for 1 hour and 44 minutes, and that was it. This was really long to explain. The next videos will not be as long, so let's go on. I just wanted to show you these pictures here. These are some pieces of paper that I used to know the dialogues and know which actions I had to do. This is basically a summary of the entire run of the game. And for the whole week, and even beyond that week, I used these pieces of paper. I had them on my lap while I was playing, and every time I needed to find a place in the game where I could exchange them without interrupting the game. Okay, let's go on with the second day. So I given myself a week to basically, it was a challenge to me. I wanted to see what could I do in 1 week. So the second day I knew I had to do something more smart than what I did in my first day. So what I decided to do was only playing the first half of the game. And this game is technically divided in 4 parts, but I mentally divided in 2 parts because a couple of those 4 parts are really short. So yeah, I wanted to play only the first part of the game and really practice it. I also created some splits for it. And yeah, this way I was able to know exactly where I was losing time, where I was gaining it. And this is really useful. Having some splits is incredibly useful. Even though it's a bit tedious to split every time, but it's really useful. Also, one thing that I want to notice, this is useful for later, it's incredibly difficult to, in the sword fight, to be really fast. It's really difficult when a text appears, when the other pirate is insulting you, to read that really fast, skip the dialogue, because you can skip almost every dialogue in this game. Skip the dialogue almost instantly, but at the same time being able to understand what the pirate has said to you, and then scroll through your insults to find the correct answer. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. And at the beginning, I thought it was impossible. Doing like the top runners it was just madness, to be honest. So keep this in mind. I will return to it later. So yeah, I started doing some serious practice. Well, serious practice. It was only 30 minutes of practice, I guess. Yeah, and I think I got at the end of the first part only this once, because I really wanted to practice. Which, okay, this is maybe not that smart, to be honest. You should, even if you're making big mistakes at the beginning, you should try to just do it. Okay, that meme is really old. Okay, so this was the second day. The third day, I don't think nothing really changed. Like, at least I had a time to compare myself to. 32:47 was the time I got in the previous day. This is only for the first part of the game, okay? It's not for the entirety of the game, which is madness, because at the time the world record was below 32:47, so the first part of the game I wasn't able to do it in less time than the world record completes the whole game, which is incredible. So yeah, I I just do some more practice. As you can see, I'm getting a lot better. If you don't know exactly how splits work, they are a bit weird to understand at first. Whenever you see um, red, it means that you are behind your best run. Let's call it like that. You are behind your best run. It means that in your best run, at that time, like in that split, you got there faster. If you're green, it means that um, in your best run you got there slower, so you're gaining time against your best run. A gold split is completely independent of this, okay? It's not like you have three possibilities and they are mutually exclusive. A gold split uh, could be a red or green split, but the green or red part is kinda hidden because that is a gold split, which is more important to know. Um, the fact that it is a gold split means basically that that split, you have never completed that split that fast. Okay, I know, it's a bit weird to wrap your head around it, but this is how it works. So yeah, I did a lot better. As you can see, I saved so much time in in the sword fights. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm I'm able to be faster. As I said before, it's really difficult, but as you can see, I'm skipping text a lot faster than I did the day before, and I I didn't really know I could do that so fast. I can get faster than that. I will. In this video you will see that. But yeah, this time I get there multiple times, I think. At least a couple of times maybe. Or maybe not. Okay, so I was able to get a better time and I'm improving incredibly fast. One thing that I want to make you notice is that I'm not practicing that much. Every day I'm doing like 40 minutes. That's because if I remember correctly, and I could have been a lot smarter and do this string with a couple of notes to read through, because I have a couple of notes about all of this, but whatever, I'll just do it like this. So yeah, if I remember correctly, I was busy those days, so I wasn't able to practice a lot. But as you can see, this video is 1 hour, 1.5 hour long, so yeah, I practice a lot more. And spoiler, this is 4.1, there is a 4.2, so it means that I practice even more. So, my standard practice, I just do practice. One thing that maybe I should have done was practicing single parts, like maybe single splits or even just one room, but I just wanted to go to go with it and practice the first part of the game all at once. Again, I'm able to get a lot of gold splits. It means that I'm doing really well compared to the previous days. And as you can see, my time is getting lower and lower. This, a couple of days before, was 32 minutes, and now it is 27. And I get a time of 25:46. Here I think I'm changing a couple of stuff about my splits because I don't really know why, but maybe I needed to do it. Okay, that day I think I had to do something in between the days, so I could practice only in the morning and in the evening, like late at night. So this video here, whoa, this too is really long. This is yeah, for the two. This is still the first day. This is the rest of the practice, and I decided I was ready to do full game runs, which is a bit it's not the best because I didn't really practice the second part of the game a lot. I think I did practice it a bit without taken a video of it, but I didn't really practice it that much. But yeah, let's see what happened. So not the best of starts, a goal split there, which at the time is not really incredible that I get this many goal split, but it's still really good to know that in so few days you're able to improve that much. Okay, so this is where everything gets really interesting, because this is the new part, the second part of the game that I didn't practice much. Obviously I'm not gonna able to compare to anything, because again I didn't do a full game run, but as you can see I'm not being fast at all. Yeah, I'm not, well, oh, okay, I'm not being that fast. I was saying that I was faster than I expected, but yeah, I'm not incredibly fast. So yeah, this is, yeah, I want to show you this, even though it's completely useless. Well, whatever, what you saw before is because I opened a program by mistake. But yeah, this was my first actual speedrun of this game. And the time was 45:13. Must be noted that this will not put me in last place on the leaderboard, but the only reason why is the last place is 49 minutes and has been done in the Amiga version, which is so much slower. So yeah, this time is still not good, not at all, but at least I have a run. I got one run that was so good. To get one run going, it was incredibly good. Again, I finished that run, I start another, goal split after goal split. Amazing. Yeah, here I failed to split at the correct time, I guess, or maybe no, I'm not sure. No, I'm behind. This is a shame, but yeah, it happens. Yeah, 44:12. My previous time was interesting. So my previous I've beaten my previous time. My splits are weird. Okay, my splits are weird here. I've beaten my previous time, but the split says that I didn't for some reason. Well, whatever. Something must have happened. Yeah, because I changed something. Okay, I did something that I wasn't supposed to do, but whatever. I have a time that is 44 minutes, more or less. And I'm getting there. I'm really getting there. At this time, my goal is, I know what my goal is. I want to get sub 30 minutes. As you can see, I wasn't good at using OBS at the time. I'm still not, to be honest. So where are my splits? They should be here, but they aren't. I don't know if I noticed it during this video. So I practiced the first part of the game again. It seems I don't really know what I was doing during the 5th day. It's not really that useful during the first part of the 5th day, because this day too was divided in 2 parts. The second part is really long. Okay, so I'm still using the weird splits where I have a 41-45. And I'm still doing full game runs. I remember this, even though I didn't take a video of it. I remember that I did some practice. At this point I did some practice of the second part of the game, and this is really important, to practice some part in isolation, because I was getting the first part pretty consistently. I would say it was still incredibly slower. Yeah, crew acquired 21:11, it was really slow. With the with the previous struts, sorry, this could have been a 19 easily, I guess. Well, not that easily, it depends on the RNG. But yeah, the second part of the game I wasn't really good at it. Let's see, I think I'm only practicing the first part of the game here because I'm stopping the recording here. Okay, day 6. Ooh, day 6 I have nothing for day 6. I think I didn't... Oh, yeah, now I remember. I didn't record anything for day 6 because I knew the week was ending and I needed to do some more practice. And so I decided to not record it and just do some practice of the second part of the game. Also, I think I was busy, so I couldn't really do much. But it was enough for day 7, and this is day 7. The first part of day 7 starts like any other part. I get some bad times, to be honest, but swearing to RNG is good enough. Oh, I reset there. Okay. I think I forgot to do something. Yeah, that happened to me a lot of the time, and it's completely normal at the beginning to forget stuff. So, ooh, I'm behind here. I'm behind by a lot, by the way. But I gain a lot of time there, and I still gain time. And this, oh no, this is really bad. I've lost a lot of time there. I think I lose time there because my splits are not good. As you saw before, this should be a 45, not a 41. But I continue, I get a goal split somehow. And I'm so damn close. So damn close to sub 30. And this was like the end of the day, like I didn't really have much time left, I think. But I said, screw it, this is the end of the week, I'm 43 seconds, 44 seconds to my goal, and I want to continue. And so I do. I continue again and again. I have a couple of goal splits, everything is fine on this run. There must have been something that I did wrong here, I guess. Oh my god, what happened? I wanna see what happened, because I don't really remember. Okay, so I get away from there. I should have everything right now. Yeah, I do. I have no idea what happened. Probably I had something really important to do, like someone called me or something like that, because yeah, I have these items with which I don't know in English name, which is the only item I really need at this point of the game, so I don't see why I should have stopped that run. But probably that was probably the reason why I did a third part. I couldn't just stop there. Come on, I couldn't. And so I go at it. As you see, I reset a lot of times, and it's frustrating and it's bad, but I continue. And I get a couple of goal splits, and this is looking really good right now. And at this point I knew that I was good, but I was really nervous. I remember I was incredibly nervous. And I think I would really like to... Yeah, you can hear my voice, but it's hidden with the music. But I get it, and I get it by a lot. 38-44. Yes, sub 30. Sub 30. And at the time, and yeah, as you can see here, This was the leaderboard at the time. A lot has changed since then. And as you can see, 3844 would put me in first place, but third place is really close. Well, kind of. If I can save 1.5 minutes from this, I can get to the podium, I can get third place. So even though I have given myself 1 week, to complete this challenge, what I decided was that this challenge needed one bonus day, and so day 8 begins. Again, I do some runs, I reset, I get gold splits, I reset again. So many gold splits and I need to reset. Imagine that. Yeah, I probably lost against Carla, but I keep going, I keep pushing. I reset a lot more than I ever did. This is so nice. Every split is a gold split. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, I've lost so much time to RNG there. And from how much time is left, I don't think I was able to do anything about it. Yeah, I decided not to go for it. Maybe I even did some mistake, I don't know. But yeah, I reset there and I took a break. But after the break, this is the last shot. I'm not giving myself a 9-day. I'm not doing that. I'm already past the weak point. I'm already past the 7-day mark point. I'm not giving myself even more time. Either I do it this day or I don't. So I reset. I go on. And I'm getting a lot of time saves here. My sum of best is 34, my current pace is 35. Spoiler, this is not gonna be such a good time. I lose a lot of time in the catacombs, if I remember correctly. Or I don't know, I lost time. A considerable amount of time somewhere. Also, for my mistake, I split twice here, I remember now. But I was able to correct my mistake. And this is getting close. The time to beat is 37:14, if I remember correctly. This is getting really close. But I'll let this play. The ending of the game. And this is it. I don't know if you can hear it, but wait. Okay, you cannot really hear my voice. But yeah, finally, this was an incredible time. It is not anymore because we have found a lot of strat and so on. Well, it wasn't at the time, to be honest. But for me it was, like, it took me only 8 days to get here. I was so proud of myself. And also I was 8 seconds from second place at the time. And what happened? Well, I think I will do a follow-up video, maybe, once I get better at doing this stuff, because the reason why I decided to do a stream was because I couldn't put this into a video form. For some other games I will try to do a decent video, but this is what I was able to do for now. And yeah, I was 8 seconds from second place, so I didn't stop there, but I stopped this challenge. I didn't stop there, and a lot has happened. Some old people came back to this game, some new people joined, and it was incredible. And also, I know I will upload this before ESA, a, lo- a long time before ESA. If you're curious about ESA and you want to watch some really cool speedruns, this game will be featured in ESA 2019 in July. It will be on Sunday, if I remember correctly. It will be 12 um, my local time, uh, which is 11 a.m. Greenwich time. So if you want, you can see that you can see this game there. If you're curious about this game, if you want just to see the leaderboard, um, I put a lot of links in the description. Well, I'm talking um, towards the guys who will see this video on YouTube. Obviously, I'm doing a stream right now. There is no description. If you want, I can put some links in chat if you want. But yeah, when I will upload this video, I will put some links in the description and even a link to the Discord channel regarding speedruns of adventure games. Lot of cool people there. Please, if you want, if you're curious about this kind of games, join. Everyone is there to help you. So this was the story of my first week of speedrunning this game. It was really cool, it was really incredible for me, and I'm really glad I did it.